Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode. Today, we're going to be diving into the 2025 season, what I feel like the Arizona Cardinals should do to prepare themselves to hopefully become a contender, right? And I know you're going to ask yourself, Mike, there's two more games left. There's the Rams and the 49ers. Right now, my mind and focus is not on these next two games. The Cardinals finish off the season at 0-2, 1-1, or 2-0. We'll handle it then. But right now, my main focus is on the 2025 offseason and what I feel like the Cardinals should do to potentially, hopefully, make themselves contenders in 2025, right? So let's dive right into it. But actually, first, let me just do a real quick shout out here to the sponsors of the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. BetUS. If you're looking for a brand new sportsbook, BetUS is the way to go. Currently, right now, if you use promo code YouTube150, they will provide you with a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and a 125% sign-up bonus on the following two. That's going to be using promo code YouTube150 upon signing up. Of course, bet responsibly and bet within your means. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go and dive right into it. Let's talk about the 2025 offseason. And let's first start off with planning for the 2025 season. Now, as of right now, if you guys do not know, the Cardinals did sign Budda Baker into a 3-year extension. Got James Conner on his extension as well. So we kind of know that they are going to come back. The only other guys that I feel like currently right now are set to be a free agent that I feel like the Cardinals should potentially go after and bring back as a Cardinal. Will Hernandez, I feel like definitely should come back. I think he's done a very, very good job when he's been healthy to be that guard for the quarterback back there, right? And then Kazir White. I feel like Kazir White is another name out there that I feel like I would love the Cardinals to bring back. Love the physicality that he brings. I love that he is in the middle of the defense, and I would love the Cardinals to bring him back, right? Straight up. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into who the Cardinals should go after in free agency, but we do got a lot of money to spend. Are the Cardinals going to spend that money? That's another question for another day, right? But what I feel like the Cardinals should do is they need to go after an X-Factor edge rusher, right? Since Monty Ossenfort has been the general manager of the Cardinals, it has felt like it's been ignored, or we expected a rookie to come in here and be that X-Factor for us, and it just hasn't worked out for the Cardinals, whether it's through injuries or just them not meeting the expectation that we thought that they were going to do, right? So I need the Cardinals to go after an edge rusher this offseason, right? And now that D-line in general needs to get a facelift. Now, yes, you could look at two injuries. We are going to be bringing back Justin Jones, Bilal Nichols, because they were hurt this offseason. They're more of the interior guys, but we're going to have them back. Hopefully, B.J. Ojulari can stay healthy. We'll have to kind of wait and see how he shakes out, but I still do believe that the Cardinals are still missing a big, big X factor at edge, and you can probably attain that through a trade. Now, right now, this free agency class, in terms of edge rushers, you got a lot of older guys that are still doing it, but if you're looking for somebody that's going to be a game changer for you for like years to come, and that's fairly decent, you're probably going to have to make a trade, right? Now, is that the Cardinals or Monty Ossenfort's forte? Hasn't been it so far, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to be able to do something. Because if they are going to truly want to address that edge rushing role, they're going to have to go after a big trade. Right now, a few names that have been thrown out there. Micah Parsons has been a name that's been kind of tossed around. Do I feel like the Cardinals are going to go after him? I mean, it would be cool. I would be so down with it because obviously the Cardinals are in need of a pass rusher, and he's a really good pass rusher, right? But I don't know. I just feel like somehow the Cowboys are going to find a way to retain him. But if they don't, of course, with open arms, I will accept Micah Parsons. But I feel like Myles Garrett might be the most movable asset for the Cleveland Browns because he said it straight up. He doesn't want to go through another rebuild. He wants to win, and he wants to win now. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that it's linked that the Cardinals are going to go after a Myles Garrett, right? No, all I'm saying is that if there is, out of these two guys, Micah Parsons or Myles Garrett, that is most likely going to get traded this offseason, it's probably going to be Myles Garrett. Now, not saying to the Cardinals, but to potentially be in another team that's trying to go for it, right? Try to go all in the 2025 season. Now, of course, I would love nothing more than the Arizona Cardinals to make a huge trade like this, because this is probably kind of how, like, you're going to find your X factor of the future. Getting somebody like Myles Garrett is going to be expensive, but we got a lot of money to spend, and I'm hoping the Cardinals use it wisely, because defensively, specifically on that defensive line, the Cardinals need a lot of help. And although we were averaging at 1.3 to 4 sacks a game, one or two takeaways on the defensive side of the ball, it's still a big sore thumb that the Cardinals can't get back there in a consistent manner, right? Sometimes you have quarterbacks back there just kind of waiting, right? Waiting and have all the time in the world, and you can't win games like that. So I would love nothing more than the Cardinals going after a big name like Myles Garrett. That would be creme de la creme if Monty Ossenfort can do something like that. Now, is that a Monty Ossenfort move? It isn't, but we'll have to kind of wait and see how that shakes out, right? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room here, ladies and gentlemen, the plan for the quarterback. Now, this is not going to make a lot of people happy, but I don't care at this point, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen a lot of Kyler Murray in 6 years, and I have been one of those guys that have backed him through thick and thin. Right now, what it seems like is going to happen is probably the Cardinals are going to be rolling with Kyler Murray in 2025 due to contract reasons, right? Not performance reasons, at least to me, but contract reasons. Currently, right now, he is paid up until I think his contract is until 2028, but his guaranteed salary stops in 2025. Yes, his guaranteed salary stops in 2025, but he's paid up and his contract is in 2028. So maybe the Cardinals decide to make a move. It probably won't be until the 2025 season if they do decide to do something, right? Now, what I would love the Cardinals to do is because right now you hear Jonathan Gannon saying that Kyler Murray gives us the best, option to win, right? And although he's correct because you got Clayton Tune and Kyler, those are your other two options. And of course, Kyler Murray is the best quarterback you have on this roster right now. What I would love the Cardinals to do is actually have a plan assessed in 2025 that Kyler Murray is not your only option, right? Either I would love the Cardinals to go after a veteran quarterback, somebody maybe like a bridge quarterback, somebody that has won games in this NFL and that could potentially give a run for his money in terms of Kyler Murray not feeling like this is his job and solely his job. Because right now, the situation that it is, Kyler Murray, I don't think has any sense that he's potentially ever going to get benched, right? Because you can't bench Kyler for Tune. You just can't do it. You can't do it at all. So right now, I feel like the Cardinals should either go after a veteran quarterback this offseason to back up Kyler Murray. And if things go ugly, sideways, things get hairy, then we have a potential backup to either win some games here and there. And let's be honest, this backup quarterback is not going to be the future, but it hopefully lights a fire in the belly of Kyler Murray that says, hey, man, you got to fix what doesn't look good in this 2024 season. There's a lot of things that doesn't look good within the offense in general. And although I do believe it's not all Kyler Murray's fault, but you get paid the big bucks to make things work out, right? You can't lose to teams like the Carolina Panthers. You just cannot lose to teams like that. So there's that option, or option B, which I actually like a little bit better. The Cardinals need to draft a quarterback. Now, of course, you're not going to draft a quarterback in the first or second round, but the options are open for maybe a third rounder or a fourth rounder for the Cardinals to potentially go after somebody that they like, that falls, that, hey, maybe you can start grooming, or maybe you can start, getting to the point that, hey, maybe he can potentially be the guy for the future, right? Now, yes. Are we leaning too much on the idea that the Cardinals can potentially, do this and do that? Yeah, of course, right? But you need to have some sort of backup plan, right? The great organizations always plan for the future. The Eagles did it with Jalen Hurts when they had Wentz. Green Bay Packers did it with Jordan Love when they had Aaron Rodgers at the helm. So right now, I feel like the Cardinals need to take that page off what these other organizations are doing, right? Monty Ossenfort came out and said that he told the locker room his job is to replace you. Well, let's put your money where your mouth is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if you can try to bring somebody in. And like I said, even if Kyler Murray is your quarterback in 2025, you got to have to acknowledge the elephant in the room right now. And right now, the current quarterback state with the Cardinals, Kyler Murray isn't getting the job done. He isn't. He isn't winning the big games. We're falling and breaking apart in the last part of the season again, right? And all fingers point to just one guy, right? You can't keep pointing the finger at these coaching staff, right? You can't keep pointing the finger at Cliff Kingsbury. Right now, it's all solely looking at Kyler Murray. So although he might and most likely will be the quarterback in 2025, I need this organization to do right by the fan base and not go into this 2025 season with just Clayton Tune and Kyler Murray. We need to do something drastically to show this fan base that, hey, everything is on the table right now, right? We're evaluating every single position on this roster. We're trying to put the best 11 on the field defensively and offensively, and I think that will sit really, really well with Cardinal fans. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts here on the plan for 2025? In my opinion, do you think that they should focus elsewhere? Let me know in the comments below. Another huge shout out here to the sponsors of the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube, BetUS. If you're looking for a brand new sportsbook, BetUS is the way to go. Currently, right now, if you use promo code YouTube150, they will provide you with a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and a 125% sign-up bonus on the following two. All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, go Cardinals.